This is the new Hugo Boss the Scent Elixir, and today I'm going to give it a full review. I said that it has a chance of beating out my favorite from the Hugo Boss the Scent line, Hugo Boss the Scent Magnetic. I've had to go very in depth with it to see if that opinion changed. So did it? Today we're going to discuss that. Before you even ask, yes, this is an incredible fragrance release, just like the other two fragrance releases from Hugo Boss. I don't know what's with them recently. They're just on a complete roll of releasing amazing fragrances for the last couple releases. At least for these two. When I smelt them in store, I bought them at full retail. They just smelled that incredible. I also bought this at full retail. I bought this 100 ml bottle for $184 Canadian. It's now up to $189 Canadian for 100 ml. Inflation. But I have seen this on discounters popping up for about $20 to $30 less than retail price. If I do find this at discounter price, I will definitely list that in the description, so make sure you check back. Let's talk about the presentation. So first, let's go over the box. This box represents exactly what the fragrance looks like. They even show you the shape of the bottle. So it says Boss, and then the scent Elixir, and then it tells you the concentration of the fragrance, which is Parfum Intense. On the top, it just says Boss, and then on the back, it gives you a little story, a rich, highly concentrated interpretation of the original fragrance, an alluring blend of red hot pimento, carnal Caledonian sandalwood, and vibrant lavandin absolute inflames the senses. But is that what we're getting? First, we're gonna talk about the bottle. I gotta say, this is a very classy, nice looking bottle, but I don't like how they took away the windowing pattern that they had on the other fragrances here. Like, if you look at Magnetic, for example, you see how there's like the lines? They don't have that here. I mean, that's just a little gripe that does not matter at all. When you look at the bottle, it does say Boss, the scent, and on the bottom, Elixir. On the bottom is where you're gonna get the batch code. In mine is 3298. Unfortunately, my cap is damaged. You can thank Chad from A Gentleman's Journey for that, for dropping my bottle on the concrete. This is what the cap looks like. Mind the damage, Chad. It is a gold cap, and it's covering up a shiny gold atomizer. Presentation only means so much. What does this fragrance smell like? Does it relate to any of the other fragrances in the line? Let's discuss. So pretty much like all the other new releases, this one only lists 3 notes. So they did mention what those notes are on the box. That's pretty much what you're smelling, or at least 70% of the story of what you're actually being able to pick up. When I first did a first impressions of this, I did not pick up that maninka fruit. That's the note that ties this whole entire line together. As time went on, I was able to pick that up even more because it's kind of disguised, in my opinion, with some of the spice and some of the sweetness in here. Basically, this fragrance is very simplistic, kind of a mass appealing, compliment getting fragrance that kind of sticks to what works. And that's why this fragrance actually is so good. The lavender is very prominent. It's a soapy, clean lavender that gives this some cleanliness, but also some more versatility. It presents a classiness and cleans up the spicy kind of sweetness that this fragrance also gives. I do still get a little bit of a vanilla husk feel like I was getting from Boss the Scent Magnetic, like a kind of spicy, darker, vanillic vibe. Is this the most unique scent profile in the world? Absolutely not. You could pretty much compare this to any Spice Bomb flanker. You could compare it to last year's release of Spice Bomb Infrared EDP. It does share similarities to that. The last release, Boss the Scent Magnetic, is more unique in my opinion, but unique value does not always matter when it comes to fragrances. It's more about the wearer's experience. This is a sexy, masculine fragrance. You're not getting many masculine fragrances nowadays. They're more modern sweetness. And because of that, I think that the youth isn't going to gravitate towards something like this because they're used to now the more sweet, loud fragrances that present themselves before you even walk in a room. And this is not going to do that, even though this is an Elixir flanker, which we will dive into in the performance. But I think that the blending, the quality of ingredients, the scent profile, everything that's going on in Boss the Scent Elixir is amazing. It's gonna be hard not to like this fragrance if you like more masculine, refined, classier, spicy, sweet, clean fragrances, right? If I was to recommend this for seasons, I do think that this is kind of a fall and winter staple, in my opinion, because of the spiciness, the warming elements. It kind of confuses me when it gets to the dry down. It does alter a little bit, and then it kind of provides a little bit more versatility. Just like pretty much all the other Boss the Scent fragrances, they do have the maninka fruit, but there are other differences fragrances, which make pretty much none of them redundant to own, at least from what I've experienced so far. What is the performance of Hugo Boss The Scent Elixir? This is not the most beast mode elixir flanker that you were expecting. I got a total longevity in the range of 8 to 10 hours every time I tested this fragrance. The projection isn't going to wow you by any means. This is a classier scent profile, and you can tell even by the smell of this fragrance, it was not meant to be an attention-grabbing clubber's fragrance. When you first do spray this fragrance on, it is an absolute room filler. Give it like at least 10 minutes before judging its projection. It's going to sit around 2 to 2.5 feet above your skin. It's going to last probably 2 to 3 hours in that kind of range before it kind of dials back a little bit closer to your skin. Already this is starting off to be a stronger fragrance than some of the others. Now, after about that initial 2 to 3 hours of projection, it's going to back its way to about a foot or a foot and a half of projection. That's the point that the spiciness kind of takes a little bit of a backseat, and I wasn't expecting that at all. This progresses and almost can become a signature scent. You cannot attribute it to any season after that spicy warmth wears off. And I need to tell you, if it is my new favorite in the Hugo Boss The Scent line, does it beat Magnetic? I gotta say, it absolutely beats Hugo Boss The Scent Magnetic. Although I believe that Hugo Boss The Scent Magnetic is the more unique smelling fragrance, I do think that Hugo Boss The Scent Elixir is higher in compliment factor, it's more mass appealing, and it also has a bit more power, projection, and longevity than every other Hugo Boss The Scent fragrance. And because of that, I'm going to give Hugo Boss The Scent Elixir a 9 out of 10. I'm incredibly excited to see if they even try to come close to topping this. I mean, judging by what they're doing with Hugo Boss Bottled Elixir, they're coming out with another Elixir flanker to Hugo Boss Bottled. So they probably will do that here as well. One of the best releases in the last couple years. I highly recommend you check out my review for this fragrance, which you can get to by clicking this video right here, and I will see you over there.